Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post-show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up, it's your girl, Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in Smackdown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's the moonwalking, trash-talking princess of Staten Island. I want to remind you all that Mela is money, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Just watching Going In the Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson and wherever you listen to your podcast. If you're listening to us on one of those audio podcast apps, if you do us a favor and leave us a rating, review, or a comment, that goes a long way towards getting Going In Raw some exposure. We want to expose ourselves. We want people to feast their eyes. Are you excited tonight?
It's a packed episode of NXT tonight. We get Gargano and Aleister Black in a cage.
Who cares?
Perhaps more importantly,
yes,
feast our eyes on the debut
of top-notch, super best Donovan Dijakovic.
Dominic Dijakovic. But they might just be calling him Dijakovic.
Dijakovic. Hopefully, that's even too much. Anyways, that's very exciting. We got NXT coming up tonight. We're going to talk about SmackDown here in a little bit. Just want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it. Put up another community tab poll on our YouTube channel, Larson.
Wow.
3,000 votes are in. This week's SmackDown Live, 65% of you said yay, and somewhere in between, 10%. So 3/4
found the show at least somewhat enjoyable.
Yes.
That's good numbers.
I like this number here. Didn't watch... Plan to later was 14%, and then don't plan to watch 9%. 9%, yeah, only 9.
About 300 people.
Only 2% were like, boo.
Yeah, no,
boo. Maybe those 2% of people
were huge Paige fans.
Yeah, but I would think fear not, because Shane McMahon did say she's not going anywhere. She got a new role, and it was like, wait, what? What does that mean? What does that mean, Shane O'Mac? In the bonus episode today, I think we should put forth some baseless speculation. Top 10 things Paige should do on SmackDown Live now that she's been removed as general manager.
Here, a good idea. Replace Otunga.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Number one, replace. Who was that? Who said that?
I don't know. Someone said in chat. Was it Super Chat? Oh, Josh Little said it.
Good job, Josh Little.
100%. We're on board with that, Josh Little.
What is with maybe the 2% of those people were like, "Where's Byron?"
I know.
I like Byron.
Oh, Byron's good. He's just sick. They said he'd be back next week.
Otunga is terrible.
He's not very good.
He's sick. Okay,
that's what's going on with Byron.
Well, he needs to get better, or they need to replace. I don't care who they honestly like. Byron's great and everything, but he could be replaced by pretty much anybody else that isn't David Otunga. I mean, he's good.
He and Corey have good chemistry.
They've got good chemistry.
Yeah, I like Byron.
Yeah. Replace him with Nigel. How great would that be?
It'd be good.
But they already have a heel commentator.
Yeah, no, I like how it is. If you're going to replace Byron with anybody, Paige, that's it.
Paige or Booker T.
Or Booker T, yes. Sorry.
That'd be good, too.
Booker T.
So, yeah, anyways, we're also on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. From $1 and up, we have reward tiers. $1, you get this show ad-free. Plus, if you're listening to us on a podcast device, you probably hear, you might have heard some ads. Sometimes they run, sometimes they don't. I don't know. It's a weird podcast algorithm. But if you want this show completely ad-free, sent to an RSS feed to your podcast app, automatically sub, you can do so at the Patreon, patreon.com/Steven Larson. $1 a month gets you the show in audio form, ad-free, and you get access to the bonus content as well. $1 gets you one bonus episode a week. $5 a month gets you all 5 episodes of the bonus show, overrun every single week.
And you get early access for Matt Chat. 24 hours early for $5 too.
That's awesome. That's great stuff. Part of being a patron at any reward tier.
Especially the $200,000 tier. We'll say your name every day for a month.
Oh, we're adding that to the $200,000 tier?
All
right. There's got to be some billionaire out there who's like, I want to see Larson too sweet.
I have too much
you know
money.
what? You know what? We don't push that enough.
We don't push it at all.
If you PayPal Going In Raw, I think, what is it? Going In Raw podcast? Is that where the money goes to? Something like that. If you, because I don't think they can do a $200,000 tier on Patreon.
9,000 is the top tier,
like
right?
9,900 or something like that. If you were to PayPal us some money,
well, not some money,
$200,000,
yes.
You will see Larson too sweet me on camera. We'll make like a short film where you too sweet me, and then like a nuclear explosion goes off.
Yeah,
but it costs $200,000. If there's a billionaire out there who's like a big Steven Larson fan, there you go.
I still don't know how you should get any of that money. I'm the one that's subverting my principles.
You wouldn't be here without me. That's why. You get a shout out though at $1.
Oh, I do?
No, you.
Well, you're saying okay.
Talking to them, man.
You change the subject.
Get a shot. Is there anything more we want to discuss about the $200,000 tier that's never going to happen? Here's the new patrons for the last 24 hours: Frankie Dixon, Eric Barron, Eric Lipkin, Tina Keys, Dark Moon 287, Zach Kowalski, Evitz 86. You know what Evitz is backwards? Steve. Ooh. Is there some time travel shenanigans going on?
86. I wonder why I chose that number.
This year I moved to England.
Well, also, you get 86 from a place. What does that mean?
Oh, that's right. He's kicking me out. Oh, no.
Apparently, he's putting his audition for your replacement.
Steve Hunter. Joshua Bromer, Joshua Coppinger, or Coppinger. I think it's Joshua Coppinger.
Yeah.
Matt Noble, Mark Rosser, and Julio M. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We really appreciate it.
Programming note, something we're trying new on Friday.
Yeah, okay, so this Friday, this is a lot of fun.
So Friday at 9 a.m., we're going to do our first of what may be monthly watch parties.
Here it is.
We're going to be live streaming our reactions to Vengeance 2001, kind of an important pay-per-view, historically speaking. At least for Chris Jericho it was.
Oh, sure.
And then right afterwards...
Stone Cold, too.
Right afterwards... we'll do a Going In Raw view of that.
Yeah.
Which will go up on Saturday, this coming weekend.
So we're going to pilot out this watch party idea.
Yeah.
We're going to see if people are into it, if we're into it, and that's how we'll proceed with Going In Raw views. We're bringing back Going In Raw view, the retro pay-per-view reviews that we do. We're going to do them once a month, mainly, well, for two reasons. Number one is just time. It's a time thing. We can do them once a month.
Yeah.
But also, on top of that, I really like this because it gives us plenty of time once we figure out the subject, the pay-per-view that we're going to do.
We can go and listen to something to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard and hear all the backstory about it.
Or go to like a retro Wrestling Observer newsletter and get more backstory on it.
Or all of that.
It gives us a chance to research it before we go into it, and so we can provide a lot more insight on the show.
And at the $10 tier on Patreon, you get a vote on what we watch for Going In Raw.
We put up 3 options, and then you get to vote on it. That's at the $10 tier. Patreon said the $10 tier should be a vote tier, so we just did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. So that should be a lot of fun. 9 a.m. right here at youtube.com/Steven Larson. We'll give you, time sinks. It's just going to be like watching a regular pay-per-view. So you can hop on the network, and then it'll be up after the fact. We can't put any ads in it. It'll be up after the fact, both in audio form and in video form, so that if you want to watch it later in sync with Vengeance 2001, you can do so, and it'll be like a commentary track.
Exactly.
Should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So, yeah, there's that.
Okay. Overall thoughts on SmackDown. Fun show.
Look at Alex C. Look at cynical Alex C., our mod, saying, adding an extra 3-hour super chat window each month. No, yeah. Well, this is a business we're running here.
Like a good business idea. I mean,
oh man, Lordy B. Man.
Anyways, overall thoughts. Thought it was a fun show last night.
Oh man, look, man. We were worried. We were worried.
Mustafa Ali's on SmackDown Live full time.
Ooh,
reason to celebrate.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. And then he almost killed Daniel Bryan.
He didn't almost kill him.
Oh my God, he was 6 inches away from killing a man.
I mean, it wasn't the best thing that happened.
No, it was literally the worst thing that happened on the show.
No, worst thing probably would have been higher up on his head. Like if he dropped that knee right where the brain is.
It was the worst thing that happened on the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, 6 inches higher. Ooh.
He could have concussed.
That was rough. Man, he was freaking out afterwards. He was like, sorry, dude, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, God, please don't tell Vince that happened.
How hard must it have been for him to know that happened and not... I'm sure Daniel Bryan said, no, I'm fine at the moment.
Oh, and still be in the moment of celebrating?
Well, I mean, he has to. Like, kayfabe-wise, he has to celebrate.
Yeah, sure.
Like, how hard do you think that would be, knowing, okay, I might have just hurt somebody, but I have to go through the motions of celebrating?
Oh, really difficult.
Yeah.
Probably really difficult.
Mustafa Ali seems like a really good dude, so...
You know what it's kind of like? It's kind of like... no, I'm not going to say it. I was going to say a certain election night that we still had to do.
Oh, dear.
That
was a difficult night.
We still had to do a podcast. Anyways, so yeah, no, look, it was great. It was great. I thought it was a really, really fun show. I think our fears of the McMahons coming in and like, you know, messing with stuff are kind of.
Yeah, there's no reason to relieve Paige of her general manager duties. No reason.
Well, I'm interested to know. I mean, I get why. You know,
no, I get
they're taking over.
Yeah.
Paige did a great job.
I mean,
but still,
in my mind, if the deal is trade Paige, she loses her job for more Vince. I'm not going to take that deal because Vince is. You know, we Russell's said he didn't really want to go back on camera. That shows.
Oh, I know.
He is not comfortable in front of the camera anymore. Like the whole interaction with him and Miz was so awkward.
It was.
It was horribly awkward.
I know. It was.
It was horribly awkward. He looks old and tired.
The biggest thing is he just looks exhausted.
Yeah.
He looks so exhausted.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, I don't know. I agree with you. I don't want him to be there every week. He looks tired. Paige is a breath of fresh air.
And she's so good.
She's so good. I really do hope. I mean, you know, the funny thing to me was during that opening stand-up meeting with Shane and everybody where he announces Paige is no longer GM.
Everything else about that meeting was great, though.
Brilliant. Big E, brilliant. He says, you know, we got to fix it. No. It's Raw that needed fixing.
Yeah, SmackDown.
And SmackDown, look, evidently SmackDown can be and kind of is like the best show on TV, and the ratings will still just follow whatever Raw does. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the problem there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Apparently have some stream issues.
I thought, yeah, no, I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm just gonna do this and then go back and do this and see if that helps.
Very well.
That helps.
All in all, a good show. That the shot of Xavier Woods and Big E eating steak right next to Daniel Bryan and Big E staring at Daniel Bryan while he was doing it.
That was great.
Oh,
and
my
Daniel,
gosh.
but you see Daniel Bryan trying not to laugh.
Yeah.
That was great. Anytime he and that sign that dude had in the crowd.
Oh yeah.
I wasted paper by doing this. That was great too.
Oh, the whole thing. Like he got the crowd in Fresno to cheer for being the most polluted city in California.
I know.
That's brilliance.
Yeah, that is really good.
There's only a handful of people that could do that. Like when Kevin Owens got the crowd to chant USA, despite the fact that he's Canadian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. It was pretty funny.
That's some next level heel work.
But yeah, no, it was. I thought it was a really, really good show. I mean, I'm not going to say I was really worried. I was surprised in a very, very positive way that oh my gosh, my stomach is growling.
My goodness.
That Ali, like, you know, regular roster member of SmackDown, at least for 1 week, after he nearly killed Daniel Bryan. He might
kill him.
What's lower than 205 Live? Evolve.
Yeah.
You might get a call up to Evolve.
No, he's involved in the following week's episode.
For
Daniel
now.
Bryan was involved in the Christmas Day episode too. He's fine. I don't mean to diminish the moment because it was scary, but I felt like a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, Mustafa Ali needs to stop doing that finisher." How many times do you think he's done the 054? Thousands?
Oh yeah, probably a lot.
And I mean, granted, I haven't seen any of his indie work.
Yeah,
but he is one of the smoothest wrestlers on 205 Live. Accidents just happen sometimes.
How many muscle busters has Samoa Joe done?
Thousands. He only injured
since Tyson Kidd.
Oh, he did some in NXT afterwards.
A couple.
Yeah.
How many has he done on SmackDown?
None.
So look, here's the thing. I love the move. I think it's great, but I don't define wrestlers by their one move.
Well, except for like Stone Cold.
If they do, but if they,
or Randy Orton. Imagine if he can do the RKO anymore.
Oh yeah, that's a bit different. Those are lame moves. Well, they're moves that
You just called the stunner a lame move?
Nah, it's the best move. Everybody, but nobody else does it like him though.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch any of Vengeance yet? When Jericho,
we're gonna watch it on Friday. Wait until then.
Yeah, no, I already watched it. Jericho does a stunner on Austin. It's terrible. It's so bad. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it was lame. I meant that it wasn't. They're not like the most exciting moves ever.
Yeah.
You're not really gonna hurt anybody doing a stunner or an RKO. An 054 is a very exciting move.
Yeah.
But there is, he's probably done it seamlessly 1,000 times, but you get it wrong once. Remember what was it, Billy Kidman in the Shooting Star?
Oh, yeah. He
But he used to do that all the time.
Yeah, he used to mess that up all the time. And then he dropped a knee on Chavo's head and gave a concussion. He was seizing in the middle of the ring. Yeah.
I guess my main point is this. That dude can probably come up with 50 moves that'll
I know,
dazzle the eyes.
Like I said, it wasn't as if it wasn't. I didn't think it wasn't a scary moment.
Yeah.
The possibility was there for it to be really bad. But I don't know. Some people just have this reaction where like, oh, Mustafa Ali, you can't do that at this,
that's internet. That's just Twitter.
You got to stop doing that move.
Yeah, Twitter is a cesspool, man.
Accidents happen in wrestling. It's a physical, full contact sport. Accidents happen.
Oh gosh, he's gonna get fired, and you're gonna have to. Yeah. Anyways,
it's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. You are too much. Anyways, let's do some of these super chats. I'm gonna hop in the Discord because Diddly Doodler says, "What are the odds on going in Raw?" Checking in here. Well, I'm checking in here now.
Yeah.
Big Money GM said Baron did such a bad job it cost Paige her GM role.
Oh my goodness.
Seemingly that's the case.
Or Creative did a bad job with Baron Corbin. I thought Baron did a fine job with what he's doing. Ben Hall, with 6 NXT call-ups happening, do you guys feel a little sorry for Dolph having to have 6 different feuds? He was usually a call-ups first feud.
Oh yeah, that was yesterday. That was from yesterday.
He's gonna be above Bryan's.
Yeah, exactly.
Feuding with all the NXT call-ups. Robert Alomar, Adam Mayhem, Project Beta tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific on the Itch-Tway.
Do we know that it's him? That sucks. I hope all that works out.
I
for
know,
him.
me too.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Also, Adam Mayhem, we have granted him the license to print up the official Friendo Unified Championship Wrestling Performance Center tee. So if your wrestler is part of Project Beta, our developmental system run by Adam Mayhem, you can now get a T-shirt. Or I'm sorry, it's going to go up soon. I think it's prowrestlingtees.com / probably Adam Mayhem 22.
That's typically what all those URLs are.
So yeah, when we get an actual pick, when it's actually live, we'll show it on the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Josh. Oh, hold on, I got messed up here. Josh Little. I think they should replace Otunga with Paige. I mentioned that before. Luis Meza. Sorry. Mustafa Ali should at one point win the WWE title. He could pull double duty with 205 and SmackDown. He could put eyes on 205 Live brand that desperately needs. He could show legitimacy with cruisers. I don't think he's going back to 205 Live. No, he's on SmackDown now.
No.
And I wonder with the slow...
But you know what? Okay, so Luis has a decent point here.
Idea, but my worry would be if they did that, then it would... Like, no one really still pay attention to 205 Live, potentially, and then it would just, in some eyes, diminish the legitimacy of the WWE title.
I hate bringing this up. However, last guy from main roster to go with 205 Live that, like, actually kind of proved this out a little bit, it was Enzo. Some proof to the pudding there. When you put somebody who's got a higher profile, a higher spotlight that people tune in for.
Well, there was a bump for a bit, yeah.
Because it's Enzo. But if you take that concept... But with a wrestler that people are actually behind, it's not just a gimmick guy. Like Mustafa Ali. There's a way. I think you can bring them up with you.
Yeah, there's a way you can do it. But if they have Mustafa Ali on SmackDown for like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, I'm not talking about that. Like firmly establish him.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be at least like a year. I'm talking.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a long time. You're always like you overshoot things by like.
No, because I think if
the factor of 2.
If Mustafa Ali's on SmackDown for a month and a half, and then he goes back to 205 Live, moonlights on both shows.
If he's there for 4 months, wins the U.S. title.
Man, he's the perfect U.S. champion.
I know.
He is the perfect U.S. champion.
I know. He could show up and help it.
6 months.
Fine.
6 months.
See, that's fine.
6 months is the soonest.
Fair. Let's do it.
Ryan Rugani with Bryan taking the pin and having Almas on his team. It seems like he's booking his own stuff too. Also, the chop on Ali, then Bryan saying one more to Almas, and he goes overhand. Priceless. So good.
Yeah, I really I really, really, really hope that this isn't the end of Bryan and Almas in some sort of alliance. Almas needs TV time.
Yes.
And I can't think of a better sort of guy that he can be. I mean, granted, Almas doesn't live by Daniel Bryan's rules, obviously, but I always love when heels, they have their ideology. If it's like a ideological heel, let's say.
Yeah.
And then they sort of are able to twist that to fit an alliance with somebody else. He may not live the life, but XYZ.
Yeah.
I could see that. I would love to see like Daniel Bryan and Almas in some sort of loose alliance.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great.
It'd be good. W.S. Fletcher, officially on vacation for a month. I'm going out of the country. See you all later. Happy holidays and Happy New Year's.
He said, peace out.
Happy holidays, W.S. Fletcher. Enjoy your vacation.
Absolutely. Josh Little, here's another hint about, the post office is a mess right now, about what I sent you guys. Golden Elite.
Ooh.
Are you guys going to watch the New Day Countdown show tonight?
I might not watch it tonight.
Josh, let me tell you something. We've got 2 episodes of UK, 1 episode of NXT featuring Top Notch, and also 205 Live.
I may not watch it tonight, but I wouldn't mind watching it because those guys were wildly entertaining.
They are.
Kyle Sturman, beating myself up about not meeting you guys, but fiance has a broken leg and really want to get inside. Whoa.
Ooh.
I think.
Did she take an 054 also?
I think in next week was at least a great show for the audience. My first WWE show. Yeah, both of the Raws were at least enjoyable.
Let's start on the recap, and then we'll get back to the rest of these super chats afterwards.
Fair enough.
Show
kicked off with Shane giving a pep talk to the Smackdown locker room.
So, this is kind of like...
I loved the first he mentioned Raw. Boo!
I know.
Boo!
I know Big E starts yelling, why are you bringing them up? Why are you bringing them up?
That's so good.
That was good. So Big E was chomping on a steak.
So was Xavier Woods.
And Xavier Woods was too, right next to Daniel Bryan. And Big E kept on licking it, just giving him the eye. And eventually... Daniel Bryan looked at him in just disgust and then looked away. But you could tell that dude wanted to crack up. You could just tell.
Oh, yeah.
So that was great. Anyway, Shane O'Mac is up there holding this stand-up meeting. Anybody who works pretty much anywhere where they have a manager type situation.
Been through the situation before.
I run stand-up meetings here in the Going In office all the time. I get up on a little crate right there. Larson stands there and listens to me and stuff.
Well, my eyes are like pointing your general direction.
You're feasting on,
but I'm thinking about everything else but what you're thinking or what you're saying.
Thanks for playing along.
Isn't that how corporate stand-up meetings go? You're there in body, you're there in person, but you're thinking about what you're gonna have for lunch. Where
you used to work at Machinima. We've been to one.
I've been to a couple.
Although the one that I went to, it's fun for people watching because we didn't work in the offices. We obviously worked in Sacramento. They were in LA. And so we came, I think, once where there was a big stand-up meeting. I mean, together. You probably went to others.
Yeah.
But, I remember just sitting there. And I was fascinated because I was just fascinated by what the heck goes on at Machinima.
Yeah, I know.
And so I would just sort of look around, watch people, talk crap about, whoever was up there talking. And then, of course, when it lets out, everybody's like, what the heck are they even doing? That was like the theme of Machinima. What the heck are they even doing? So I don't know, but I've been to Walmart, while a meeting's going on.
Oh, yeah. I think that's just the vibe of all.
Lacey's told me about plenty of the stand-up she's had to deal with. Anyways.
Anywho. The end of this, Shane announced that Paige was being relieved of her general manager duties.
He said it very it was very nicely though. He was like, "Hey, can we get Paige up here, our former general manager?" He didn't even say there was no reason beyond what obviously was going on.
Yeah.
But he said, everybody started cheering for her. He was like, "Thank you so much for your contribution. You did such wonderful work here. Don't worry, she's not going anywhere, just in a new role," which was like the most management thing you could do. Like that sounded so legitimately manager.
I know.
Paige is out, but she needs to be on TV, man.
Yes.
She's so good. I do kind of wonder. Paige has a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a movie coming up. I forget when that comes out.
Early next year, I want to say.
Is it?
Some
Okay.
point next year.
Fighting with My Family.
She'll do promotional work
She'll
for that.
be doing promotional work for that.
She's got her own clothing line or something.
Yeah, she has her own
or makeup or something like that.
So for all we know, this might have been a transitionary thing for her until she launches other stuff. I'm a big fan of hers. I want to see her on TV.
Same here.
And I hope they give her that opportunity.
I can't remember. I read it probably somewhere on Twitter. It said there was talk that she might move to the kickoff shows for pay-per-views.
I'd rather see her on a weekly basis.
Same.
And not relegated to the Otunga role. But,
Same.
But okay. That's a bummer.
She should get her own network show.
That's got to be just baseless speculation, though.
Yeah.
What's that?
Network show. Give her a show on the network. I don't know about what.
Love that. I love that. She's probably still going to be on that Diva stuff, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Jamie
Jamie
Nichols just bought Like a Dog.
From FriendoMarket.com.
Maybe I shouldn't be shouting people out because they might be giving that for gifts.
Okay.
Although we're getting down to the wire here if that's a gift. I'll see if I can get that out tomorrow.
Yeah, we pack all the orders here, so. That concluded the corporate meeting. Moving on, Becky Lynch came to the ring and she says, I don't do corporate meetings. I do all my business right here in this wrestling ring.
Yep.
Around the people.
Yeah. She says, I don't care who's in charge. The man's back in tune. And then Charlotte comes out. She starts to talk some crap and then goes,
Yeah, Becky says it was Ronda's fault that I lost my title at TLC. I'm coming for you, Ronda. Charlotte
I want you, Ronnie.
Charlotte comes out, more or less says the same thing. They start arguing with each other. Asuka comes down.
She just dances.
And says, you're not the man. I'm champion now.
Yeah.
And then Vince comes to the ring and tells Charlotte and Becky to tranquilo.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward because like his music hit late.
Yeah.
And so like Becky and Charlotte were like, no, I'm better. I'm better.
I beat you.
No, I beat you though. I beat you though.
I beat you.
No chance.
No chance. That's what you got.
Charlotte, you're not gonna fight this. A championship match with Oscars.
Well, it's weird because he said, Becky, Charlotte, you need to get over it.
This was, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't huge on this segment.
It wasn't good. And because you need to take it up with Ronda.
The hottest thing is Becky and Charlotte. Well, is Becky and then Charlotte. And Asuka, true, yeah. But they shouldn't be relegated to sitting on the sideline while Asuka has a title defense against somebody who, quite frankly, has not proven that she deserves a title.
I understand. I guess that the point of this was Vince helping to get Asuka over. But you can accomplish that.
She's already over, Vince. You probably actually served to do the opposite.
Maybe. You can accomplish that differently.
Yeah.
And as you said, not relegate Becky and Charlotte to the sidelines.
Yeah. Yeah, there had to have been a different way to do that.
Yeah, we have Paige come out and do her general manager job, not have Vince come out.
Yeah.
And awkwardly do something.
Like, why didn't we get, again, if this was Paige saying, okay, I want out, that's great. But why didn't we have a thing where Vince said, you've been doing a great job. We have confidence in you. The fans really like you.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
That would have been fine.
Yeah.
And it's less for Vince. I know Vince thinks, especially after Raw had a 10% bump in the ratings, he probably thinks, oh, the people want to see me and because I'm ratings. But the bottom line is you fix Raw and SmackDown will jump up with it in the ratings.
Yeah. Raw's the problem, not SmackDown.
Yeah. So anyways, Vince comes out. I just think that, and honestly, I don't have it in my head like what the right answer is. It's just Becky comes out. She's lost a little steam because of that title being gone. So I want to know definitively what happens next with her.
Yes.
That's how you try to, gain some momentum back with her.
Yeah.
Or not lose it. But instead, it was just Charlotte came down. They have no idea sort of either what to do or they're just waiting until Raw next week and maybe Becky and Charlotte will invade. I have no idea.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised they didn't have Becky and or Charlotte invade the Raw at Sacramento. Not the one on Christmas Eve, the one that aired this week.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen. They were going to have the title match start on Raw between Natalya and Ronda, only to have Becky and Charlotte come in and lay them both out.
Yeah, especially because they were like fiddling with the crane near like one of the entrances or something.
Yeah, they moved it for seemingly no reason over there.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe they were anticipating something, but I guess not. Anyways, Vince says Asuka's going to defend her title tonight, and it'll be against Naomi. And Naomi comes out, drops a brief little promo. Vince says, all right, get on with the match.
Yeah.
They gave this match a lot of time.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad. in the end, Naomi taps to the Asuka lock.
Yeah, I like that. There was a couple sequences where Asuka sort of applied it a bit, but then
Naomi got
Naomi
out of
was
it,
able to wiggle out. There was like 2 of those, and then she put it on definitively. She tapped out pretty quick.
Yeah. Next, we had a really awkward segment where Miz is outside the McMahon family's locker room, knocks on the door. Vince answers. Miz says, "Can Shane come out?"
So I thought. See, I didn't think it was.
I thought Vince was awkward. I thought Miz was fine.
I think it just goes back to he's just old.
Yeah.
And it's just like he looks old and tired. That being said, I actually was fairly amused with this setup. I thought it was, Miz first asking for his blessing to be Shane's partner, and Vince shooting back with, "I don't give blessings." And then, and then the whole setup of like, can Shane come out? Like the whole you're the parent thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was actually really well written.
Yeah, I thought the writing was fine. Vince's performance was weird.
Yeah, he's just old.
He doesn't have the gravitas he used to have.
He's so old
He's
and tired.
73 or something like that.
Yeah, his face looks kind of weird. I mean, look, he's old. I know he's had some work done. That's obvious. It's just that's just how it is. I mean, his presence, I get it. His presence makes the show feel more important. It does. Not when he's there every week, but when he's been gone for a while, he comes back. Oh, Vince is back.
But how long is that going to last, though?
Well, exactly. If he's there every week, it's not going to last.
I mean, if this is a situation where he shows up on Raw, does his thing on Raw, shows up on SmackDown, does what he did last night on SmackDown, and then kind of leaves it to Stephanie and Shane on a weekly basis to handle the managerial duties on the respective shows, I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
So long as they don't insert themselves into things too much.
And they have a predilection for doing that.
Yes, that's the issue.
It goes back into habit, so hopefully they're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, I don't know. I was pretty amused by the thing. I also, it sort of got me wondering, like, I mean, this is the kind of thing that I wouldn't mind going back. I don't know if Pritchard was still there, but if there was something to wrestle about Miz's title run and what his relationship with Vince McMahon has been like.
Interesting.
When I saw that visual on the screen, I was like, I wonder what their relationship has been like through the years where it's at. I mean, he's got to love him now. Miz was making all sorts of great points about himself. He's like, I'm always here. I'm never injured. I'm always available for media stuff. I do this, I do this, I do this. And it's like, man, yeah, Miz is really solid. And Vince has to appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. But yeah, Vince said he's going to make a tag match for Miz. He's got to find a partner. Vince
will find a partner for him.
Yeah.
Next, AJ Styles, Mustafa Ali versus Andrade, CNLMS, and Daniel Bryan was announced. Oh, man, was I happy.
Yeah. So I watched this last night after I found everything out. They announced officially on the show
later on
that he was part of the SmackDown roster. I don't know how that coordinated with Twitter because I was getting tweets with that match graphic. It said, confirm the newest member of the SmackDown Live roster.
Yeah, I don't know, because they announced the match first, and later on they announced he was a full-time part of the roster.
But people started tweeting at me, man. I was like,
Same here.
Oh, my gosh, that's so great.
I know, it's amazing.
I texted you.
Said, huge news. What? Ali on SmackDown. Hooray!
What? What does Steve want?
What are you bothering me for?
Save it for tomorrow.
Next, we had a Rusev interview. Where he bragged about the quality of his beard. He's got a great beard.
Mm-hmm.
Said Nakamura looked like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
And said he's going to win. He's going to take that U.S. title off Nakamura on the greatest holiday of all, Rusev Day.
I wonder if that's going to happen.
I don't know.
Yeah. So he was sort of stumbling around his promo a little
bit. But it's charming when he does it.
No, it is. Look, there's nothing Rusev can. I wonder if there's a reason for him stumbling around. Sometimes you do that when you're nervous.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Jeff Hardy promo.
So he comes out.
This was the only low point of the show for me, besides the Becky Charlotte stuff that I feel like they could have done more with.
Yeah.
This was kind of dumb.
It was because it didn't go anywhere.
It didn't do anything.
So Jeff Hardy comes out with the mic and says...
it made Samoa Joe look bad, too.
It did. Pretty much, I hear Joe wants to apologize. Joe come out. Joe comes down and says, Jeff, I'm sorry. I'm sorry this isn't an apology. This is an intervention.
Yeah.
Something you've needed for a long time. We've known each other for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
This needs to happen. And Jeff cuts him off and says, I know what my demons are. What are your demons? Is it your demons that you've been here for 2 years and haven't won the title?
Yeah. Yeah.
and then Joe kind of steps back.
Joe's kind of upset about that.
He's upset. He goes to kick Hardy. Hardy hits him with a twist of fate, and that was it. Didn't really go anywhere.
Oh, so okay. So we have some updates here on the Discord. Diddly Doodler says, in Miz's photo shoot show on the network. Oh, I have to watch that. That sounds like it might be good. Vince, I didn't know there was one for the Miz. Vince seems to love Miz, says he hugged and somewhat cried when Miz won the title.
Oh, wow.
RJ Meltzer confirms Pritchard left in 2008.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay. Next, Miz came to the ring, and it was revealed that his tag team partner was Mandy Rose. And they would be taking on the Fabulous Truth.
Sorry, just going back to that Samoa Joe bit. I just want to crap
sorry.
on it a little bit more.
All right.
Yeah, so like because Vince is there, my only thought about that was Vince, we know, really loves the Hardys.
Mm-hmm.
He loves the Hardys.
Mm-hmm.
There's a part of me that's like, did Vince just write this because he really likes Jeff Hardy?
Maybe.
You know, I mean, that's the only thing I can think because this did nothing.
Did nothing for either of them.
Yeah, it really didn't. I mean, it just made Jeff look good. But why are you going to do that? Joe is supposed to be the bad guy. He's supposed to beat on him, and then they have a match, and Jeff comes out on top or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I don't know. Samoa Joe can kind of do no wrong in my eyes. I know the same for you. So, like, I understand that this is a retread that they did with Punk years ago, 9 years ago.
It was
I get that.
9. Yeah, or 2009.
Yeah, I think it was 9. So I get that. I'm okay with it because of Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
And I feel like he
can
just
add
brings
his own take on it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you got to do something with it. You got to have something. Here's the thing. You come up with whatever is really good, and then you start setting it up. It feels like they just started setting it up and didn't know what they were going to do with it.
Yeah. You find out what your end point is, and you work backward from there.
Yeah.
To make it compelling, so people want to see that end result.
With Punk, they went, oh no, that was. I'm thinking of Jericho Punk because Jericho would talk about their feud. How didn't he pour alcohol on him or something like that? Yeah. I don't remember if they went that far with Punk.
Went that. I don't know if he went that far, but yeah,
they went pretty far.
They brought up Jeff Hardy's abuse issues. Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
That's when Punk was in the Straight Edge Society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just this has my main point is this has to go somewhere. They got to do something with this.
But that being said, when Joe did the PSA from the bar, that was good stuff.
It was good stuff. And I'm fine if it's retread, and even if they don't really go much of anywhere, as long as there's good stuff, and this just wasn't, and that exposed how sort of wonky this feud is.
Yeah. Anyways, I was saying Miz came to the ring. His tag team partners, Mandy Rose, they're taking on the Fabulous Truth. Before the match started, R-Truth said, "We won mixed match challenge. We will be in the number 30 spots in our respective Royal Rumbles. All the expenses paid, vacation for us to Stamford, Connecticut, to WB headquarters. But here we are taking on Miz and Maurice."
That was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
That was pretty good. I also kind of appreciate Miz's demeanor when he's in the ring with, because Mandy Rose is a very attractive lady, right? And he keeps things so professional because Maurice is at home watching. You have to think anyways, you know?
Yeah.
He seems like a very proper gentleman when he's with, a female, in the mixed match challenge, obviously. But Asuka's she's kind of scary. Whereas Mandy Rose, obviously, they play up the sexuality of her, whatever. But he keeps things very professional. You can read his body language.
Yes, no, I got that
and
too.
See that. And it's just it's very kind of charming to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing.
Well, he's adding layers to his character.
Well, it's just him, I think.
Yeah, it could be.
His wife's at home watching this as she's taking care of their child.
Yeah. At one point, Fabulous Truth gets the upper hand. They take the time to do a dance break. Mandy Rose gets in the ring, gets kicked out by Carmella. Miz comes up from behind, hits R-Truth with a skull-crushing finale, picks up the win. Corey Graves was on another level after this match.
Oh, he's great.
So he was excited because he thought Mandy Rose looked at him, and so he gets right up next to Tom Phillips, like this. And Tom is talking to Otunga, and he turns around, he jumps back, says, "Why are you sitting so close to me?" And for the rest of the thing, Corey Graves is all,
yeah, that's pretty great.
It's pretty funny.
After that, we had.
That's when it was announced that Mustafa Ali was now a full-time member of the Smackdown roster.
That's awesome. That is so cool. And then he almost killed Daniel Bryan. I should change that. I should change the thumbnail of that. Just because you came in this morning, you were just defending, and I'm like, no, I get it. That's why it's funny for me to go overboard the other way.
All right.
I don't believe it was a one-time botch, man. People do need to relax.
Yes.
But I like making fun with you, too.
Next, NXT call-up packages. Same thing we saw in Raw, but I can watch the EC3 one
all day
million
long.
times. And
all day
never
long.
get tired of it.
That butt shot is hilarious.
Just put that in a loop.
It's like something out of Benny Hill, man.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's
so
so
good.
perfect because it's a bubble butt, man. It's great. The only bit of clarification we got in terms of who's going where was Otis Dozovic, whatever.
Tweeted that the Heavy Machinery was going to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Now, whether he's supposed to do that or not, who knows?
I don't know, man. He got an email and decided to tweet it out.
Maybe he didn't see the video packages on Raw. He just saw the one on SmackDown.
That could be. That could be. I don't know. If what he tweeted was true, because
has it been deleted yet?
He would have deleted it if it wasn't true.
Yeah, I would assume so. You got a call from somebody saying,
So I know you had said that Otis.
I just feel like they're gonna get lost in the shuffle completely on SmackDown. I understand saying, your point that they're different. They're kind of a comedy act, which SmackDown doesn't really have.
Yeah, and so that's why. Well, number one, I was happy to see two things last night. They did bring Sanity out, which I thought was good. And the club, which I thought was good. So hopefully that won't be a one-time affair.
Yeah, but since they're now in the greater tag team picture, that's just more TV time for them and maybe less for Heavy Machinery.
No, I agree. I mean, look, there's only, but on Raw, besides, I mean, look, dude, even the Authors of Pain had 2 weeks of TV time before they were kicked to main event for God knows how long.
I know.
Raw's a bad place for them to be. And I agree with you. It's been forever since we saw Sanity in the club, but
Carl Anderson said August was the last time they were on SmackDown.
I know.
3 months.
I know. It's terrible. That is terrible. I do hope that we get, because club, Sanity, and then look, I'm not the biggest Heavy Machinery fan, but I know there's lots of Heavy Machinery fans out there. And we've seen, was it like Otis and Ciampa, that match?
Yeah, that was really good. And
Otis can put on a good match.
Heavy Machinery had a good match against the Mighty, I think, too.
Okay, yeah.
That was really good.
So I just think that there's more room, even though there is less time and they tend to focus less. I really wish that they would start doing a bit more. You know how NXT, you'll see them 1 week and they'll be gone the next. You'll see them 1 week and they'll just have like a little video promo or something.
Yeah.
Have more feuds that we don't see every week.
No, I know. SmackDown kind of does that, except I think they generally don't have people on, or they should. They do that sometimes. They could probably do it a lot more. But they have a tendency to do something with somebody for a couple of weeks and they'll disappear from TV for a month.
Yeah.
Like Almas, They'll be on TV for 2 weeks in a row and then you won't see him for a month.
Yeah.
You
The rotating weekly thing, I think, is perfect because you're
Yeah.
kind of doubling up your stuff there.
Yeah. Next, speaking of the club, Usos come down the ring and the club says, hey, this whole tag division has been Usos, New Day, Thebar, Usos, New Day, Thebar. Says, we, the club, haven't been on TV since August.
Yeah, he gives the mic, or Gallows gets on the mic, and he's saying, one of the best tag teams in the world hasn't been seen in months. So they're there to take their opportunity, whatever he said. So anyways, we got
Match
the
happens.
club versus the Usos.
The finish saw Jimmy hit they took, Jay was kind of taken out of the match pretty early, or about halfway through, sorry. Carl Anderson did his move, set himself and Jay over the top rope, but Jay's leg got caught in the ropes. And from that moment on, he's pretty much out of the match, selling a knee injury.
Yeah.
So Jimmy's in there by himself. He hits a super kick on Carl Anderson, goes to top rope, get ready for a splash. Thebar walks down the ramp. Jimmy turns his attention back to Carl Anderson, hits the splash, and then Sandy hits the ring.
Oh, I didn't see
starts
that.
Beating up on everybody. What?
I didn't see that.
What?
Apparently, Otis posted the same thing on Monday.
Oh, that he was going to Raw or SmackDown?
About Raw. Apparently, that's what somebody said here. Oh, okay. All right. No, you're right. You're right. He said the same thing. He said the same thing here. Okay. My bad. That's kind of funny.
That is funny. He's having fun with it then.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, Sandy comes to the ring, beats up everybody that's in the ring, beats up Jey Uso. They walk up the ramp towards Thebar and says, we got here first. We got here first.
Yeah.
We got here first. They leave. Bar runs down the ring, continues to beat down everybody else.
Yeah. I really did, dude. Honestly, I just want to see Killian Dane more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love Eric Young. I love Alexander Wolf. I think they're great. I want to see them all. I want to see them all.
More. We don't get enough moshing from Alexander Wolf.
That's true. But Killian Dane is special.
He is.
He really. If nothing else, we need to see more of him.
Yes.
I do really, really hope they find, and hey, this is what I said before. Maybe part of it is Nikki Cross. Like, they know how over she is in NXT. By the way, did you see the Ciampa tweet to Nikki Cross? That was real cute. That was cool. I love when they sort of break character a little bit.
As much as
tiny
Ciampa,
bit.
As much as Ciampa does.
Maybe it's Nikki Cross, but then the club's out there. Maybe they're like, hey man, we got 2 other really fantastic tag teams. You know, I mean, the Clones can stay where they are in the bowels of the arena. But the club, man, why would you ever bury them?
I know.
And Sanity, they're such a well-designed, well-packaged tag team. And you got Nikki Cross coming in. Maybe that'll help. And maybe they'll just because they need to freshen it up.
Yeah, they do.
What Carl Anderson says, absolutely right. We've had too much Usos, New Day, Thiebar, and they're all great.
Yeah, they are all great.
But we need something fresh.
Yeah. Next, a pretty brief Shinsuke Nakamura promo where he showed a bunch of clips of Total Divas, I think in an attempt to embarrass Rusev.
It just served to make me love him even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He's like the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Nakamura's a heel, man.
Yeah, I know.
In his eyes, he thinks it's not good.
No, but it's good. I'm with you. It seems like Rusev doesn't take himself seriously.
The guy's amazing.
Yeah.
He mows his lawn. He mows his
lawn in a Speedo because he likes to show off his legs.
It's great.
It's great. Anyways, Nakamura says Rusev is a total diva.
Yeah.
Next, a brief New Day promo to promote their special that's on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
DVR it, watch it later. Should be fun. After that, we got the main event. Daniel Bryan and Andrade Cien Almas taking on Mustafa Ali and AJ Styles. For the match, Daniel Bryan dropped a great promo where he got the city of Fresno to cheer for the fact they're the most polluted city in all of California.
Apparently, the statistics show that Fresno is the most polluted city in California.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I wonder if that's like per person or per whatever.
I don't know. It depends
because LA, you would think LA would be pretty nasty too.
Yeah, LA's done it's not as bad as it used to be. I remember watching the Super Bowl in like '88, and it was like a fog, thick fog. So you did, like Skyline.
Yeah.
Or was it '86? '86, I think. Yeah. Whenever the Giants played the Broncos in the Super Bowl, and it was in the Coliseum.
Yeah.
They showed a shot of downtown. It was like thick fog, but it was smog.
Yeah.
And it's way better now than it was then.
Yeah.
But like Fresno's, like right in the Central Valley. So not only do you get, I would assume, the pollution from automobiles that stays in there because it's in the valley.
Yeah.
But north and south of there is a bunch of agricultural stuff. So you get dust kicked up. Plus,
right.
ranches and stuff with all the cows. They emit a bunch of methane.
What a mess.
It's probably just in a spot where once the pollution's there, air pollution wise, it's hard to get out.
Yeah.
That's my guess. But I can't account for like any sort of water pollution or anything that I don't know. It could just be because, I don't know, whatever industry's there. I don't know.
Yeah. Total mess. But yeah, he got to really cheer that. Yeah.
And there, people chanting, "We're number one."
Yeah.
We're number one. But they had a smile on their face. So I guess they they were aware of the joke.
Exactly. It's a wrestling show. It's the one time people have license to act like a fool. Some people take that too far.
Yeah. Anyways, after his promo, match began. Fantastic stuff. They really let Mustafa Ali carry.
Yeah.
He was in the match 85% of the time.
Yeah.
AJ just kind of got in a bit towards the end.
Yeah.
Mustafa Ali was carrying this match for the faces.
He really was, yeah. I mean, that was the story. They wouldn't let him get to his corner.
Yeah.
Good tag team.
But it also builds up him as an underdog and the guy who's got a ton of heart.
And it just showcases how good of a seller he is. My gosh.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
I wonder if one of the reasons Daniel Bryan really likes Mustafa Ali is because Mustafa might remind Daniel Bryan of himself when he was in his prime babyface underdog phase.
Yeah.
Because if they book Mustafa Ali correctly,
he could be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, right now, he's the perfect
What
US
is he, like
champion.
31?
He's pretty young, I think.
31? He's on his 20s still, isn't he?
I don't think so. I mean, he used to be a cop. Mustafa Ali. I think he's like 31 or 32.
32, yeah.
So, I mean, like, his story is interesting.
I know.
He seems like a legitimately good dude.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a wrestler.
I think,
a great promo guy.
I think everything, like, especially because that he does seem like just a really good person, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that goes a long way, man. That goes a long way in life, you know. So, and yeah, he's just a hell of a wrestler. He's just a really amazing wrestler. So it's not, it is totally not surprising. It's just, you know, in the world of wrestling, how often do you really get what you want? As a fan, how often do you really get what you want?
Very
and so
rarely.
it's very rewarding for us as fans to have been watching this dude on 205 Live be a standout, but never really think, well, they never put the Cruiserweight title on him.
Nope.
So where really does he fit in?
Well, take it back even further. He was an alternate for the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? It's crazy to see in the span of, 2.5, 3 years, what he's managed to accomplish.
I know.
It's really impressive.
It's really great. Work hard, kids.
Yep.
You can achieve your dreams.
Yep. Exactly. In the end, Mustafa Ali hit a 054 on Daniel Bryan. D hit him square in the jaw. Got the pin.
Yeah. Went down and said, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry I did that. Mike caught that one, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could hear it. Well, I think he's asked if he was all right.
I didn't hear. They might have chopped it from the Hulu because I watched the main event on Hulu.
No, as soon as he goes down,
people are tweeting.
You hear him say, "Are you all right?"
Oh, okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah, people are tweeting at me that he said it.
Because as soon as his knee hit Daniel Bryan's foot, it was coming down toward his face. Daniel Bryan kind of turned his head.
Yeah.
So it hit him like right here.
Ugh. Yeah. Ouch.
Which probably hurt.
Ouch. Yeah.
Hopefully Mustafa wears those pillow-like knee pads like Seth Rollins does.
Yeah.
Not that it's going to prevent injury, but
pretty rough.
Not make it
pretty rough.
As painful or as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.
Anyways, huge moment. They announced that next week on SmackDown is actually like a pretty packed episode. Samoa Joe versus Jeff Hardy. They announced Rusev versus Nakamura, and there's one more match they announced. There's one more match. I mean, I checked out the spoilers, so I know it's going to happen. I'm not going to talk about it, but there's one more match they didn't announce. It gets me really excited. It seems like a really fun episode.
Yeah, it seems really good.
Yeah. All right, let's take some questions.
Let's take some questions.
Bieber, Swag, 420, other 205 Live talent that could be called up.
I would be stunned if Cedric didn't get called up.
Cedric, Buddy Murphy, Drew Gulak.
And, dude, given that Cedric lost at TLC.
Oh, maybe.
That could happen.
It could, yeah.
Like at the Rumble?
It could. It could.
That's a super possibility.
Imagine
now.
if Daniel Bryan formed a bit of a faction with himself, Almas, and Drew Gulak.
That'd be awesome.
Off the charts.
That'd be great.
Off the charts.
Yeah.
Kyle Sturman. P.S. As always, love you guys. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Kyle.
My dad has a question.
All right.
I've been reading that since Vince is doing other things, the perception is that WWE Raw has gotten stale. Do you agree or disagree, and will it hurt your bottom line?
Well, I think he's referencing the XFL as far as other interests.
Yes.
I don't know.
Confirmed it has gotten stale. Confirmed ratings have gone down.
Confirmed that has hurt our bottom line.
And confirmed it has hurt our bottom line. So, yes, I'll have to chop this bit out now.
And now
and give it to
you
my
should have
dad.
your dad send a Matt chat question.
I should.
You totally should.
Can we please do like a dad Matt chat
There you go.
thing?
There we go. Jay Sean Lawrence, they should send Cedric to Raw. Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you want to separate him from Mustafa Ali.
Mm-hmm. Unless they're going to be a tag team.
Oh, God. Man, could you imagine that tag team on SmackDown?
Oh, man.
My God. The matches they could have with the Usos and the New Day.
It'd be great.
Thebar. Oh, man. The club.
It'd be fantastic. Brandon Garza. Wasn't Dean and Seth supposed to be a ladder match? That's what Brian Alvarez thought, too. I never heard any sort of stipulation ever announced for that match.
My memory is trash, so even if I heard it, I wouldn't remember it. Yeah.
I was always under the impression that from the very beginning it was just a standard match.
Yeah.
Mr. Dope, Maya lost the bet, but I caved and gave her snacks.
Oh, best dad of the year. She deserves it, man.
Elliot Smith, notice Almas's indifference during the Page segment. During the corporate meeting, he was a stand there.
Everybody was cheering for Paige, and Zelina Vega went.
Yeah.
And then she but during the show, she tweeted something rude to Paige.
Yeah, she threw some shade at.
You can't even be in your own movie or something like that.
Yeah. It's funny because Zelina is in her movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's so good.
RTGTZ, would a manager role be a downgrade for Paige? I just want her on TV on a regular basis, man. Weekly.
Yeah, no, I mean, No, I think it'd be fine. Let her be another Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably good at that.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Foster, what other speeches or pitches should Shane McMahon give? I want this weekly to open up
PowerPoints.
SmackDown.
He needs to start doing some PowerPoints or some whiteboard presentations.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
He needs to give out some inter-office awards.
He needs
Employee of the month.
He needs some rallying cries to start his meetings with.
Who's the employee of the month for December so far?
Mustafa Ali.
He just got there. He's the new employee.
The last 2 weeks, he's had great weeks.
He almost killed their main event guy.
Well,
so I'm going to say no.
Nowhere close to killing him.
I'm going to say no.
Injuring him,
to
maybe,
that.
but not death.
No.
Let's review here. Probably Asuka. Asuka's the employee of the month.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
All right, there's a serious answer. M Squared, not sure if asked already, but what brands do you see the NXT Callups landing?
I really just want EC3 on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want Heavy Machinery on SmackDown, but it'd be best for them. I'm just not a fan.
Nikki Cross needs to go to SmackDown to be with Sanity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's for sure.
So I guess that means Lars to Raw, which is fine. I really don't care where Lars goes. And Lacey Evans to Raw.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't care. I just want EC3 on SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Jose GGR, what are the odds Charlotte breaks her father's title record? 16 is a lot.
She's already at 7.
She's already at 7.
It's entirely possible.
It's possible, but they hot potato a lot less these days, man. They do not hot potato that title very often.
Her and Sasha hot potatoed that belt a lot, like 3 times.
I know.
And that's why Charlotte has 7 reigns.
But it's been a while since they've treated the title like that.
Noragongi book a new Cruiserweight title match at Mania. So let's say Cedric's gone, Mustafa Ali's gone. So Buddy Murphy will probably hold that belt till Mania. Who should Buddy Murphy take on at WrestleMania for the Cruiserweight title?
Oh, man, oh, man.
Tony Nese.
Oh, I'd like that.
Whoops.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. It would like guarantee it's in the kickoff. But if they can build up Tony Nese as something special, that dude's a heck of a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he could be a pretty good face. His song is totally face song.
Oh, totally.
It's oh.
He has to pivot from look at my body, you can't do this, to look at my body, I can help you do this.
Yeah, there you go. Personal trainer. Best friendo Greg Morris. Now that you are the authority, which of these would you prefer to see make a return? You can only choose one.
All
I know what my answer is. Pyro or unique pay-per-view sets?
Pyro.
No, man. Are you kidding me?
Pyro.
Oh, dude, you're crazy.
I'm
It's
not
unique
crazy.
pay-per-view
I don't
sets.
really care about that.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I don't care about unique pay-per-view. Brock does this and there's no fireworks. It's lame. AJ comes out and puts his hood up and there's no
Doesn't need to be, man.
It does.
Unique pay-per-view sets. It needs to look different.
I want the Dudleys to come out at SummerSlam again. We're sitting in that luxury box and they're pyroing off, and you
hated it.
Jumped out of your pants. It was
way,
great.
man.
Pyro.
They go to the UK to do a pay-per-view, and what do they have? A double-decker bus.
They have that for Raw anyways. They have the phone booths and stuff, and they don't have the double-decker bus, but they have like an old Rolls Royce on the stage.
Oh, did they do that this time?
I don't know if they did it this time, but historically they've done it.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
As soon as last year, they had the phone booth and stuff.
Well, they need to make sure they keep that for the UK. You look at how good that WrestleMania set looks. I want that for every pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm guaranteed that's way more expensive than just adding pyro too.
Pyro's pretty pricey, man.
Jamie, don't trip. That shirt is for me. Thank you, Jamie, for your purchase.
Oh, woo! Oh, man.
Norgangi again. Ali is the face of SmackDown in 2019.
Well, that's a bit soon. That's
I would
like a couple
to
weeks
see
away.
it.
That's like weeks away.
Well, I mean, I think he means for the year in its entirety.
That's a week away.
I would like that, but there's so much talent on SmackDown. It's hard to say with certainty who's going to be the face of SmackDown 2019.
Keegan Green. Hey, friendos. So you mentioned on the TLC review that the chop is your favorite wrestling
move.
It's Larson's
the best
favorite wrestling move. So who currently in the WWE has the best chop? Keegan Green says Almas.
Yeah, Almas is definitely up there. Daniel Bryan had a great chop at TLC.
Yeah.
Keith Lee, his double overhand chop's great.
Yeah, that's good.
But Almas, like one he did in that Fatal 4-Way match.
Yeah.
It sounded like a shotgun went off at Full Sail.
Well, if the ink is dry in Walter's contract, it's Walter technically.
Then, yes.
But
yes.
somebody we've seen on TV, I haven't seen a stronger one than Almas's.
Yeah.
But I mean, you never know that It's not. I'm not sure that his are necessarily consistent though, because like a chop, if you strike right, then it's amazing.
Yeah.
So I don't know who has the best consistent.
I feel like that's what makes chops so great in my mind is that there's a lot of margin for error.
Yeah, that's true.
You could hit flush and it could be amazing. You can follow it up and you can miss by a millimeter and it doesn't have the same effect.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love the chop so much. There's so much unpredictability to it. Kenny Omega is an underrated chopper.
Oh, yeah.
His chops
sure.
are stiff.
Yeah. Yeah. James Rodriguez with Mustafa Ali officially being added to the Smackdown main roster. Do you think this signifies the end of 205 Live as we know it? Should they move all of 205 Live to NXT and film it at Full Sail, or should they split the roster across Raw, SmackDown, and NXT? If I will say this, man, if 205 Live, I think he might be right in terms of I don't even think they're going to move 205 Live to Full Sail. I'm not sure there's going to be a 205 Live 6 months from now.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I really don't. I think that we might be seeing
the slow dismantling of 205 Live.
I'm not necessarily certain the Cruiserweight title's going to go away.
No, I don't think it will.
That'll probably just end up on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
But
they'll pare down to the division to the basics.
Yeah, they'll pare it down to a 5 or 6 man division.
Mm-hmm.
And we've listed plenty of times who we want to see there.
Well, let's assume Cedric moves up to main and is out of the Cruiserweight.
He's going to be out of the Cruiserweight title, yeah.
So let's say after Mania, the Cruiserweight title gets brought into Raw. So you have Buddy Murphy, Drew Gulak.
Yeah.
Leo Rush kind of already exists above the Cruiserweight division
Sure.
anyways. So we'll take him out of it. Tony Nese. TJP.
Yeah. And then you probably want to if Mike Bennett's on Raw, he's probably not going to be in the Cruiserweight picture, but they'll probably keep him because he's really good.
Yeah.
Him and Rhea are a killer team.
Who else? There's 4.
Lucha House Party's already their own thing.
Yeah.
I
like Noam Dar.
Oh, he can stay in UK though.
Yeah.
And then if they do move a promotion to the UK, you can put it's Japan. You can put Hideo.
Otherwise,
Itami there.
Hideo Itami on.
But he
Raw
needs to be.
cool.
He needs to be in the WWE doing something.
Yeah.
Hideo Itami does.
Yeah, Hideo Itami needs to stay.
So yeah.
I like Akira Tozawa a lot. I think he's really good.
There's a lot of those. Again, I mean, that's a guy. If they're going to do an NXT Japan, Akira Tozawa is your perfect guy to put there.
RTGTZ. Which other 205 Live superstar make a good fit on SmackDown? He says TJP. He has that SmackDown look.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that. And there was that time when he was lobbying to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zach Stolpa. What wrestler should be in a Wes Anderson film?
Walter.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Walter so much in a Wes Anderson flick.
Or Trent Seven, too.
Marcel Bartel.
Yeah.
Trent Seven, yes. Trent Seven for sure. Sid Scala.
Yeah. I'm trying to think so on the main people on the main roster.
Okay, main roster.
Eddie Dennis could be in a Wes Anderson.
If you put, he could. If you put a tennis band or a headband
on Daniel Bryan,
no, on AJ Styles.
Oh yeah,
or Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
yeah,
Bomber, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Bomber.
Xavier Woods.
Yeah,
you see that.
Yeah.
AJ Styles.
Oh man, William Regal.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the answer.
What a great question. The Mark of Steel, Jesse Starr. Hey, friendos, that main event was real. Was that the perfect rub to give Mustafa? Was that the perfect way to debut him? It was, right? That was like the perfect way to debut him because Twitter just lit up. A 205 guy just pinned the champion. Mustafa Ali just pinned Daniel Bryan.
Yep,
absolutely. That was the best way.
Massive. Grim Gore, NXT or New Japan, which is must watch?
If I had to choose, it'd be NXT.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that.
I mean, there's a couple reasons. There's less to watch.
Mm-hmm. The roster's probably deeper.
That's true. But I love New Japan.
Yeah, me too.
But also, I mean, there's the time difference too.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Spaceman 4432. Do you ever see PCO coming to WWE? I don't know. If he were putting forth these kind of performances and he was like 15 years younger, then yeah.
Did you hear about the new Ring of Honor signee? Mark Haskins.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's really cool. I might actually start watching now. Matt Buller. Hey, friendo. Whatever happened to Jason Jordan? Is his career over?
Maybe.
It's possible. So Matt here probably
he had a neck injury.
Hasn't heard.
Yeah, he had a neck injury about a year ago. Had surgery. They thought it was going to be a minor deal. Ended up being a lot more serious. I guess he's having strength issues in his arm.
Yeah. So they have him doing producer work backstage. So hopefully, if that is the case,
if his in-ring career is over, he can transition to that and help set up matches.
Yeah.
Which he's a great wrestler, so I think he'd be really good at that.
Finn Balor's fourth abdominal muscle asks, how long do you think it's going to take for Mustafa Ali to win a singles title?
If they book him right, he should be the new U.S. champion by summer.
I agree with that.
He is the perfect U.S. champion right now.
Mm-hmm. Richard Nason, now that Ali is on SmackDown Live, is he above 205 Live? Yes. And doesn't matter that he never won the Cruiserweight title.
No. Because he always put on the best matches.
And he's on SmackDown Live now, making main roster money. The only thing that matters. Let's see here. Oh, no. Foxy the Foxy Fox. Hey, friendos. Is Paige being given time off to promote Fighting with My Family or a potential return to the ring with rumors that she can take bumps again? She has shut down that.
Yeah, she can't take bumps. She said if she takes one bump wrong, she'll be paralyzed.
Time and time again. So I'm gonna think it's more to promote the movie.
Let me see when that's coming out.
And potentially
February 14th is the release date.
And potentially maybe explore options that she wants to do outside of the WWE. But they'd be so foolish if they didn't feature her on TV.
Oh yeah.
If that's what she wanted.
Yep.
Gloria Steve Klain, and then we'll do. Do you want to do some trivia or just save that for?
No, we can do trivia. We can do the I like the cards with the 10 things on it.
All right. When do you think Cassius Ohno will get the call up?
Put him in the Rumble at least.
At least give him a
Rumble spot.
One thing to do, man.
I know.
Talking about a perfect SmackDown guy.
I know. Fiend Kicks. Who do each of you want to have the best 2019 with this shakeup? You can only choose one person or tag team. You can't pick the Undisputed Era. Have the best 19 with the shakeup.
EC3. I really want him to see him succeed.
Me too. I'll say Velveteen Dream. There's no guarantee he gets called up to main.
Mm-hmm.
But if and when he does, I'm really hoping they handle his character correctly. Because if so, he's going to be massive.
I wonder if his
lobbying
might have hurt him.
Oh, I don't know. Let me go get some cards.
All right, I'm going to answer one more question here. I'm going to read one more question. Oh, no. We also got another question from the Saudi royal family. But first, Dat Boy Zane Liskey said, do you think they need more titles just overall on the main roster? Seems like there's far too much talent and not enough to fight for it. I would suggest they definitely need two things for the women's division, a mid-card title and a tag team title, both of which I think should be above brand.
Yeah.
I think they should do that.
Oh, I'm just getting another card because.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
TNA's first 10 pay-per-views.
Oh, nope. Oh, man. You're just going to be guessing.
What's top?
Last 10 men eliminated from the Rumble 98.
Wow.
You can just be throwing out names on the roster.
Yeah, I'll do that.
The last 10 men eliminated from the Royal Rumble 98. Yeah, you do.
I might know two of them, actually.
All right.
I'll get my Rumbles mixed up.
All right.
The Rock.
Yep, very good.
Big Show.
Put, no, just one finger up The Rock.
No. 98.
Triple
H.
I'll put it this way. Hold on a second. These are deep cuts, man.
Okay, that's fine.
There's one main eventer besides The Rock.
I assume it's not Triple H.
Another upper mid-carder who was a world champion. No, it's not Triple H.
Okay, I'll put another finger up then.
And then some deep cuts, man.
All right.
Deep cuts.
Nails.
You know what, man? Put a finger up because Chains is on here.
All right.
And they're basically the same.
Mosh from the Headbangers.
I'm afraid not. If there was another headbanger, I'd give it to you.
Yeah. 98. Mid-Carter used to be world champion. Owen Hart.
Afraid not, no.
Darn.
Pulling free on this one.
I appreciate that.
Deep cuts.
D'Lo Brown.
You know what, man? I put up a finger because Farouk and Mark Henry on here, and I feel like they're at least one. They're kind of.
I feel like you're being too kind to me. No, don't. I wish you hadn't said who it was. No, I'm all.
One guy was a WCW legend, and Vince just seemed not like him. In
Vader.
WWE. Yeah, very good. Put a finger up.
I'll take that one. That one I'll take. Gold Dust.
Yes.
How many are left?
Oh man, I don't know. One. Just try to get the main eventer. He was one of WWE's top 5 guys.
It was Rock. It was Triple H. It was Stone Cold. Undertaker.
No.
Kane.
No.
Ken Shamrock.
This dude's above Kane. I think he's above Kane, or he's at least at Kane level.
It was 98, right?
98, man.
Foley?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude love. Also, Kama Mustafa, Savio Vega.
Oh, I should have thought Savio Vega.
Why would you have ever thought Savio Vega?
Because they were in a feud.
Henry O. Godwin.
Oh, I should have said a Godwin. Damn it.
And then, he basically Gold Dust Chains, Mark Henry, Dude Love, Farouk Rock.
All right. First 10 Raw general managers.
All right.
You should be able to do okay on this one.
Bischoff.
Yeah.
Laurinaitis.
No.
What?
No.
Does this precede Bischoff?
No, Bischoff was the first one, wasn't he?
Okay, yeah. Laurinaitis wasn't on there?
No. He's not on this list, at least.
Wow. That's odd. He was the Raw general manager, wasn't he?
Yeah, but that was way after Bischoff.
Were there that? I guess there were that many. Okay. HBK.
No.
He was like commissioner or something.
Yeah.
Stone Cold?
Yes.
Okay. Foley?
Yeah.
Anonymous?
No.
No? There were 10 before Anonymous?
Guess so.
Oh my gosh. Stephanie?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to throw this out there, but I don't... Regal?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's more McMahons.
Right, so I got 2. Linda McMahon?
No.
Shane McMahon?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's all my options. I got 6.
Vince.
Oh, really? He was a general manager?
So.
That's
He's
silly.
4th on here. Coachman. Mike Adamle.
Oh, yeah.
And Vicky Guerrero.
Oh, okay. All right. That's funny. Dude love. Anyways, thanks everybody.
Dude love.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna have some non-news. We're gonna do some chat trivia for the patrons and overrun today.
Yes.
And I think we're gonna do like a little mini 10 for the win. 10 things that Paige should do.
Yes.
Now that she is no longer
general manager of Raw.
General manager.
SmackDown Live TV.
SmackDown Live television.
Television.
Exactly. There's some music for you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate it. And yeah, $5 and up patrons get a bonus episode coming up about 10 minutes. So
yeah,
thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.